out there, will he? Get that black thing out. Yeah. You want to do a page by page? Well, good afternoon and welcome to O'Connor Park for the Offaly Senior Football Final between Tullamore and Gracefield. What two semi-finals we had here just a few weeks ago when Road and Tullamore drew. Tullamore coming back from 9 points down and beating Road by a handsome 11 points last week in the replay of the semi-final. What a game it was between Gracefield and Clara. Gracefield coming good in the last couple of minutes to pip Clara by 1 point and to put themselves into today's county final. As we look down, both teams march round the field to St. Bridget's Pipe Band from Mount Bolus. A magnificent day for the football people of Offaly. Tullamore led by their captain P.J. Martin and Barry Slattery leading the Gracefield team. I'll give you the line out as the teams parade. In goal for Gracefield is Morgan Hennessy. The full-back line, Niall Slattery. At full-back, James Brady. And on the left is Martin Gorman. The half-back line, Darren Hennessy. In the centre, Carol Slattery. And on the left, Captain Barry Slattery. At midfield, Brian Smith and Adrian Dunn. The half-forward line is Timmy Dunn. In the centre, Conor Bryan. And on the left, Tommy Fitzpatrick. And the full forward line at number 13, Bobby Fitzpatrick. In the centre at full forward, John O'Neill. And on the left, or on top of the left, is Declan McAvoy. Turning over and looking at Tullamore, in goal is Ken Furlong. The full back line is Gary Heffron. Full back John Kenny, who was just married on Thursday. And on the left, Phil O'Reilly. The half back line is P.J. Martin and captain. In the centre, Cathal Daly. And on the left, Nigel Mannion. Two big men at midfield is Joe Hughes, and beside him is John Berry, who scored a goal and a point against Road in the replay. The half-back line, the half-forward line, Michael Hoy, the centre Alan Hogan, and on the left, Greenall Fagan. And the full-forward line is Paul Rouse, in the centre Brian O'Reilly, and on top of the left is Peter Kelly. Looking across to the far side, both captains and mascot there for Gracefield. And as we look into the camera, we see Ken Furlong there, son of Martin Furlong, wearing the white jersey. In the goals, as well as his father, played for Tullamore and played for Offaly. The referee for today's game, out in the centre of the field, is John O'Reilly of Edenderry, a very capable, sound referee. And John, we wish you the very best of good luck today. The band coming over here to us, just under the stand, playing out their music, and then we'll be standing in silence for our national music. Tullamore's last win in the Offaly Football Championship was in the year 2000 when they beat Shamrocks 1-9 to 10 points. And Gracefield's last final was in 1991 when they were beaten by Clara 3-7 to 1-6. Both teams wishing the very best from all the people here in Offaly today. As we look out into the hill and look over the far side, a big crowd here at O'Connor Park for this final. Tullamore players standing shoulder to shoulder for their national music as we all rise here in O'Connor Park to stand. As we just look over the people on the hill, we look to the county hospital here in Tullamore, and we want to say hello to all the people up at the hospital and wish them well. People not alone from Offaly, but people from Laois and from Westmeath as well, and the Westmeath county final between Greentown and Castletown Geoghegan taking place today. And I'll have to say again that we wish everybody the best of good luck up at the hospital, and we wish both Tullamore and Gracefield the very best of good luck here in this county final as well. Almost all set for this big game of 2002, the Offaly Senior Football Championship. John O'Reilly out there checking that everything is ready. Dressed in green today, black trunks and black and white socks. Tullamore in their traditional blue and Gracefield in their saffron and black. Everything's just checked and the Offaly County final is on. Breaking to the ball is Alan Hogan, the centre half forward, out to Joe Hughes. Joe Hughes, the long ball, in to Brian O'Reilly. Brian O'Reilly loses it. They're fighting for it out there. Breon Fagan trying to get the ball. He gives it back to the half-back of PJ Martin. PJ Martin out to Michael Hoy, the far side. Hoy kicks in the ball, back across to Breon Fagan, and it's over the bar. The first score of the game within 1 minute of the game. Breon Fagan scoring for Tullamore to put Tullamore into an early lead. Morgan Hennessy in the Tullamore goals, kicking out from the 20-metre line. Good kick out into the middle of the field. Rising about there is Joe Hughes, taking it out of the clouds, hits it along the ground low into the corner forward. Running it for out there is Tullamore's corner forward, Pete Kelly, but he's rounded by Niall Slattery. Slattery has the ball, sends it out to his brother, Carol Slattery. Slattery trying to make room up the field, being pulled, being held. The referee gives a free to Gracefield. Kicked out to this side of the field. Timmy Dunn running after it. Kenny, number 10 on his back, looking for someone to give it. He gives it back to Brian Smith, son of the great John Smith. He kicks it up the field, but out comes Carl Daly. Centre half back for Tullamore, hits it right into the corner to Pete Kelly. Kelly left with it, not very much power, but it's taken by the Gracefield goalkeeper and hits out to the side of the field. Intercepted by Tullamore's Breon Fagan, the man who scored a point. Fagan loses the ball, but it's taken up by Niall Slattery. Out comes Slattery, hits it out to Darren Hennessy. Hennessy looking for someone to give it a, hits it once on his toe, hops it, coming up the field, hits it inside, being taken out there by John O'Neill, beating John Kenny. O'Neill looking for room, hits a high ball, right footed, looking for it in there is Bobby Fitzpatrick, but it's taken by Tullamore's cornerback Gary Heffron. Hit back inside by two, taken by Nigel Mangan. Gary Heffron has the ball now. Heffron hits it back out to Nigel Mangan. Mangan right across the field to the far side, taken by Alan Hogan. Hogan gives it out to Michael Hoy. Hoy making a run inside, taking on the Gracefield backs, but he loses the ball. It's picked up by Niles Carol Slattery, but it breaks away. Out to his brother, the cornerback, Niall Slattery. And Brian Smith drives it up the field, but to no one. Taken by Tullamore. Tullamore putting on a lot of pressure. Kicked by Phil Riley. It's knocked down inside. Carol Slattery picks up the ball, is fouled, and a free out for the Gracefield men. Game played at great speed at the moment. James Brady playing at fullback, taking this free. Kicking it high out to this side of the pitch. Taken up by Conor Bryan. Bryan hits it up along the field. John O'Neill out for it. Hits off John O'Neill's legs. Out over the sideline. And a line ball for Tullamore. This will be taken by John Kenny. Congratulations to John Kenny and his young wife, married on Thursday. But John's thoughts are in the county final today. He gives it to Phil Riley. Phil Riley passes it out to Gary Heffron. Heffron coming down the field. Hits it low. Breaking loose to Gracefield's Darren Hennessy. Hennessy out to this side of the field. Conor Bryan moving out for it. He's out around the middle of the field. He tips it once on his toe. He hits a long, high ball taken by O'Neill. O'Neill, a danger man, hits it left footed, hits it high. and hits it over the bar. A magnificent point by the full forward, John O'Neill, with 3 minutes and 36 seconds gone. John O'Neill, sides are level. Ken Furlong bringing out the ball. John O'Neill, the scorer of that point, got a few runs with Offaly during the National Football League and has created a bit of a handful for John Kenny, who is the present fullback for Offaly, as the ball is kicked out, jumping for it out there, breaking down by Alan Hogan. Alan Hogan is put to the ground and a free in for Tullamore. Alan handing the ball back to Cathal Daly. Daly, a long ball into the corner, but intercepted by Darren Hennessy. Hennessy coming up the field. Terrier like Hennessy, still going up the field, gone about 30 metres, hands it inside to Timmy Dunn. Veteran Timmy Dunn gives it to his half forward, Tom Fitzpatrick. Patrick hits it left-footed, no power behind the ball, and it's gone wide. First wide of the afternoon. Ken Furlong standing back again to take the kick out. Magnificent kick right out in the middle of the field, taken by Brian Smith. Smith gives the Carol Slattery. Slattery running out to the breaking ball, picks it up, is fouled upon the 45 metre line, and a free for Gracefield. This free going to be taken by the man who scored the point a few minutes ago, John O'Neill. Left-footed John, taking great care with this 45 metre free. Up he comes, not very high, taken by Cathal Daly, the centre half back for Tullamore, out to John Kenny. Kenny hits it down along the wing, the far side, to Alan Hogan and Carol Slattery, but it goes off the Gracefield man, and a line ball for Tullamore. Just 6 minutes gone in the game. Tullamore 1 point, Gracefield 1 point. Sideline ball kicked, jumping for it out there, it breaks. Going for it was Darren Hennessy. Referee says a free for Gracefield is quickly taken. Conor O'Brien hits it right footed, right across the field, out over the sideline, and a line ball for Tullamore. Line ball taken by Gary Heffron, breaks loose, picked up by Darren Hennessy. Hennessy for Gracefield, right across to Conor Bryant now. He hits a long ball inside, well taken by John Kenny. He gives it out to Phil Riley. Phil Riley hits it down to the half forward of Green on Fagan. Fagan rubs it along the ground to Paul Rouse. Paul Rouse reverses it back to Fagan. Fagan making room inside. Hits a lovely ball across to PJ Martin. Tapped it inside. Gives it back to Mickey High. Mickey High is the ball, trying to get a shot in. Taken off the line. What a save by the cornerback there, by Niall Slattery. Hits it up the field. Taken by Darren Hennessy. Hennessy's on the ground. Is he fouled? He's not fouled. Gives it back to the cornerback, Martin Gorman. Gorman coming up the field, about 60 metres from his own goal. Hits it right across to Bobby Fitzpatrick. Up into the corner, taken by Declan McAvoy. McAvoy looking for someone to give it. He gives it back to his own number 8, Brian Smith. Smith rubs it along the ground. It's kicked out of the Gracefield man's hand, and it's a free out. Referee says it's a free out for Tullamore. He must have handled the ball on the ground first. Quickly taken, running it down, and intercepted by Barry Slattery. Slattery coming up the field, brought to the ground. The referee says it's a free, and it's a free in for Gracefield. About 50 metres out from the Tullamore goals. Going to be taken by their centre field man, Brian Smith. Smith kicking this ball from the ground. Has he got the power and the drive and the accuracy to put Gracefield ahead? But just over 8 minutes gone in the opening half. Up he comes. Hits it hard, it's dropping low. They're jumping for it up there. Breaks inside. Taken by Phil Riley. Phil hits it out. out to the midfield, taken by Joe Hughes. He reverts to PJ Martin. Martin gets a long ball down the centre. Going for it out there is Breon Fagan. Fagan's blocking his chance. It comes back to Martin Gorman. Gorman gives it to Carol Slattery. Slattery up in the centre. Phil Riley playing right well out around middle of the field at the moment. Had a good game against Rode. Over to the far side of the field where Paul Rouse is out about 70 yards from his own goal. Free taker in chief for Tullamore. He hits it into the corner. Taken by Brian Riley. Riley looking for someone to give it to, but he gives it to Pete Kelly. Kelly hits it right across the goals and wide. Waiting for the ball to be retrieved by Morgan Hennessy, playing in the Gracefield goals, his first senior football championship final. Up he comes, right out in the middle of the field, jumping for it out there, taken down by Joe Hughes, but it's Cathal Daly. Cathal Daly is fouled and a free in for Tullamore. Daly hits a long high ball into the corner. Pete Kelly looking for it. Pete Kelly has it. This left footer scored 3 points against Rowe, flicks it inside. Is anticipated by Darren Hennessy, playing well for Gracefield. Conor Bryan has it. Conor Bryan coming up the field, hits it inside. Chasing it, there's Bobby Fitzpatrick. Picked up by Phil Riley. Puts it inside to Alan Hogan. Alan Hogan fouled at midfield and a free in for Tullamore. Brian Smith doing another foul at the moment. Hit across the field. Tullamore's number 10, Mickey Hyde. He hits it inside to Breon Fagan. Fagan hits it right across the goals and hits it straight over the bar. 10 minutes gone. Breon Fagan, the man who opened the scoring for Tullamore, has put them ahead. His second point of the afternoon and Tullamore's second point to Gracefield's one, just scored by John O'Neill in the 3rd minute. Kick out, middle of the field, jumping for it out there. Breaking loose to Tullamore's Mickey High. Jack Berry looking for room, kicks to this side of the field. Picked up by the cornerback for Gracefield. Niall Slattery hits up the side of the field. Bobby Fitzpatrick fighting for it with Gary Heffron. But it's Cathal Daly who is back, tidying up for Tullamore. His fisted passes broke down, but he flicks it on. Taken by Joe Hughes, out to Gary Heffron. Heffron to Paul Rouse. Rouse about 80 metres from his own goal. Hits it down in the corner for Pete Kelly. Pete Kelly giving Niall Slattery a bit of a roast at the moment. Kelly has the ball, hits it left-footed, hits it to the left and hits it wide. Tullamore 2 points. Tullamore 2 points. Gracefield 1 point. With almost 12 minutes gone in the opening half. Ball being set for the kick out. Morgan Hennessy. Good kick. Jumping for it out there. Punched away by Joe Hughes. Picked up by Carol Slattery. Slattery over to Brian Smith. Smith kicked it over the far side of the field. Taken by Declan McAvoy. McAvoy looking for still room, looking to get his shot in. Still holds the ball. Nice little chip inside. Is intercepted by PJ Martin. Martin looking for someone to give it. He gives it out to Gary Heffron. Heffron over on the sideline on the far side of the field. Sits it into Alan Hogan. Hogan coming down along the sideline. Hits a long ball. Picked up there by Breon Fagan on the far side. A long ball inside. But it's intercepted by Gracefield's cornerback, Niall Slattery. And Slattery making a room now. Coming up the field. Gracefield need a score. The Slattery still moving on. Looking for someone to give it to. He's still going. He's about 30 metres. He hits it inside to Bobby Fitzpatrick. Taken up by Declan McAvoy. McAvoy still moving. Hits it left foot across the goal. Hits the goal post. Comes back off. It's picked up by Cathal Daly. He loses it to Phil Riley. Riley slips it out to the far side of the field. to their number 7 there, Nigel Mangan. Down, picked up by Paul Rouse. Rouse has the ball, hits it across the field to Pete Kelly. Kelly all alone. He takes a little chip with his left foot and sends it over the bar to increase Tullamore's lead. 3 points to Gracefield's 1. Not a sign of a Gracefield back, as Pete Kelly had all the time in the world to put that one over the bar and increase Tullamore's lead to 3 points to Gracefield's 1. A lot of ball breaking down in the forward line of Gracefield. Kick out, jumping for it out there. Picked up by PJ Martin. Into Brian O'Reilly. Playing at full forward for Tullamore. O'Reilly flicks it in to Alan Hogan. Hogan to the ball. He's being held up at the moment. Is he being fouled? The referee says no. The ball's on the ground. The referee is going to throw up the ball. Looked like if it was going to be a free out for Gracefield, but the referee was closer to the game than I was, and he's going to throw up the ball. Ball's in the air, broken down. Picked up out there by Brian Smith, and a free out for Gracefield. Brian Smith playing at midfield for Gracefield, son of John Smith, who played for Gracefield and for Offaly during Offaly's good years in 71 and 72. Getting some treatment to his leg, it seems, out there. Large crowd here at Tullamore for this county final. The hill 3/4 full today and the stand almost completely full. And a lovely, not much sun, but quite dull, but it's lovely and fine here at O'Connor Park. So we're back with the game. A long ball taken by James Brady, punched away by Cathal Daly. Out to the far side of the pitch, over the line, and a line ball for Gracefield. Long ball in. John Kenny going up front. Taken by Gary Heffron. Heffron up to the half-back, Nigel Mangan. PJ Martin. Back to PJ Martin. Martin's the ball. Making great ground on the far side of the field. Taken up by Jack Berry. Berry back to Martin. Martin flicks it down to the far side. To Brian Fagan, the man who scored 2 points. Fagan loses the ball. Lets it run to Pete Kelly, the man who scored the last point for Tullamore. Kelly flicking the ball out there and he's toward the far side. Into Fagan. Fagan coming through. And I said the chip across the goals. And it's gone out to the left and it's gone wide. 3 wides, I reckon, for Tullamore, 1 for Gracefield. And that's the way it is in the score as well. Tullamore have 3 points, Tullamore 3 points, Gracefield 1 point. Morgan Hennessy kicking out the ball to this side of the field, jumping for it out there. Timmy Dunn and Phil Riley go for it, but it's Phil who gets the ball. Phil flicks it back inside to Alan Hogan. Hogan right into the corner. Pete Kelly and Carol Slattery run for Niall Slattery. Niall Slattery pushing the back by Pete Kelly and a free out for Gracefield. 3 Slatterys, 3 brothers playing on this Gracefield team. Niall with the ball, Carroll's at the back and Barry on the left. The free is taken. Jumping for it out there. Timmy Dunn gets it. Hits it to centre half-back Carol Slattery. Slattery, a county man, making ground. Hits it over to Brian Smith on the far side of the field. Smith letting the ball run. Picks it up. Hits it outside to Bobby Fitzpatrick or John O'Neill. Ball still on the ground. Pushing and pushing over there. Referee says the Tullamore man was fouled, which was Mickey High, and a free for Tullamore. Long free in. Kicked by John Kenny. Punched on by Brian Riley. Running for is Neil Slattery. He has the ball. He temporarily loses it. Hits on the far side of the field to Martin Gorman. Martin coming out, looking for someone to give it to. He hits this side of the field out to Declan McAvoy. McAvoy, well-built man. tips it on his toe, chips it inside to John O'Neill. John O'Neill, the man who scored the point, trying to get by John Kenny, being held up, still has the ball. He's a little chip in there to Bobby Fitzpatrick, blocked away. The referee says he was fouled by Gary Heffern, and a free in for Gracefield. Quick free taken. Bobby Fitzpatrick, Bobby hits it right-footed and sends it over the bar. Gracefield's second point to reduce the score. 19 minutes gone in the game. Bobby Fitzpatrick, a beautiful point for Tullamore. Number 13 on his back. County minor just 2 years ago, making his presence felt here in this county final in 2002. Tullamore man been taken off over there on the far side of the field. Brenon Fagan. Is he just going off for a temporary, or has there been an injury to Brenon Fagan? But we just have to wait and see as we go on with the game, as Ken Furlong prepares to. Yes, I think there's a sub coming in for Tullamore. We'll tell you all about that after the kick out. Ball kicked out. Jumping for it out there. Joe Hughes breaks the ball. Phil Riley has it. Phil trying to get down the field. Being held up by Declan McAvoy. He gives it back to Paul Rouse. Rouse to Alan Hogan. Hogan, long ball inside. Taken by Garrett Lee, the man who's coming in for Brenon Fagan. And it's gone out for a 45. Garrett Lee coming in there for Brenon Fagan, who got injured. The man who scored the first 2 points for Tullamore. Gracefield a bit lucky there that the ball could have been in the back of the net. Lee was in like a light, just lost it, as this 45 is going to be taken by Paul Rouse. Rouse hits it well, and hits it over the bar. 21 minutes gone in the first half. Paul Rouse scoring a point from a 45 to increase Tullamore's lead 4 points to 2. Kick out coming, taken by Adrian Dunn. Gary Heffern and Bobby Fitzpatrick over it. Bobby has the ball, still making ground, trying to get inside, trying with his left foot, but it goes haywire across the far side of the field. Jumping for it out there, it's knocked down to John O'Neill. O'Neill's kick is blocked. Coming out for his Bobby Fitzpatrick, fixes it out to Declan Mack. Declan Mack taking his time. As he hit it over the bar, no, it's taken by Ken Furlong, and the Tullamore goals. Out to Tullamore's PJ Martin, the captain of the Tullamore team. He gives it out to the other half back, Nigel Mangan, a long ball down the field. Gracefield under pressure at the moment as Brian O'Reilly flicks it back, but it's picked up by Gracefield's Barry Slattery. Slattery coming across, right across the field. Declan McAvoy moving out, playing in the half forward line now. Gives it across to Adrian Dunn at midfield. Dunn hits a long ball into the corner. John O'Neill and John Kenny go for it, but it's O'Neill that has the ball. O'Neill hits it back out to Brian Smith. Smith into the corner, back to O'Neill. Gracefield getting hard to break up this Tullamore backline. O'Neill still with the ball. Doesn't know who to give it in, or doesn't know where he's going at the moment. He hits it left footed into the corner of the square, jumping for it in there. Out of this corner, it's gone over the end line, and it's gone wide. Tullamore leading by 4 points to 2, with 23 minutes gone in the opening half. John Kenny in there, number 3 in his back. Himself and John O'Neill having a big tussle in this county final, as Ken Furlong prepares for the kick out. Out around the middle of the field, they're jumping for it out there. Brian Smith breaks it down, but it's picked up by Tullamore's Alan Hogan. Back to Cathal Daly. Daly hits it in the corner. Running for it in there was Garrett Lee, but it's picked up by Brian Riley. Riley playing well. Gives it to Jack Berry. Berry hits it inside. It's a bit too long for Pete Kelly. Gone out over the end line and gone wide. Tullamore playing the better football. Their backs playing very tight at the moment, and Gracefield forwards getting very hard to break them up. But there's nothing in this game at the moment, only 2 points. 4 points to 2. 24 minutes gone in the opening half. As Morgan Hennessy places the ball for another kick out from the Gracefield goal line. Out it comes, taken by Adrian Dunn. Hits it out to Barry Slattery, the far side. He hits out to the far side of the field to Timmy Dunn. Timmy loses the ball. PJ Martin flicks it down to Alan Hogan. Hogan, a long ball into the corner. Running for it out there is Brian Riley. He has it. He beats James Brady. Flicks it inside, but it's intercepted by Martin Gorman for Gracefield. Here comes Gracefield. Gorman still back with the ball to Adrian Dunn. Back up in the back line. He flicks it up the field. And Cathal Daly's burst of speed flies out by Conor Bryan. And he still has the ball to Jack Berry. Berry loses it. Running away from him. Picked up by Tullamore's Garrett Lee. Garrett Lee fouled. And a free in for Tullamore. And with the shooting form that Paul Rouse is in from the 45. This is well within his distance to put Tullamore further ahead. About 30 metres out. Up he comes. Hits it well. Hits it good. And hits it straight over the bar. 25 minutes gone. Paul Rouse increases Tullamore's lead to 5 points to 2. Not a terrible lot of great scoring in this game, or great urgency either. The only bit of urgency is with Tullamore at the moment. Gracefield backs under quite amount of pressure, and their midfield as well, as the ball is kicked to the far side of the field. Picked up there by Jack Berry, big man at midfield for Tullamore, flicks it inside. Going for it out there. It's Garrett Lee, the sub. He gives it back to Brian Riley. Riley flicks it inside to Paul Rouse. Rouse hits it with his left foot and hits it over the bar. Rouse's third point. Two from frees and 1 from play. Increasing Tullamore's lead. 6 points to 2. Gracefield backs. Been a little bit loose at the moment, and will need to tighten up a lot if they want to make any inroads in this county final. Picked up by Declan McAvoy at midfield. McAvoy's fouled. Has to go back to kick it from where it was. Hits it to the far side of the field. Jumping for it out there is Timmy Dunn. It breaks loose. To Gracefield's number 12, Tommy Fitzpatrick. It's out to the corner. Another wide for Gracefield. Conor Bryan taking a shot. His accuracy well off target. Gone to the right and gone wide. Ken Furlong preparing for the kick out. Good kick, jumping for it out there. Joe Hughes breaks it down. Picked up by Jack Berry. Back to Cathal Daly. Having a magnificent game at centre half back. Gives it back to Tullamore's Nigel Mangan. Mangan's kick down the field is intercepted, but here comes Carol Slattery making a big run up the field. Still going, brought to the ground. Has no one to give it in. Breaking down, picked up by Carol Slattery again. Foul, a free in for Gracefield. Carol Slattery trying to make His president felt, and so he did, but his foul and a free in for Gracefield. Referee calling for some medical assistance. Just looking there down under us, a fair crowd here in the stand here in Tullamore. A little bit dull here at the moment. One or two very important men down there. If we look just in the middle of the camera, that man with the fair hair is Paddy Casey, who played with Offaly and Furrow many years ago, now in America. But we're back to the play, and it's gone wide. Gone wide, the score remains the same. 6 points to 2 in favour of Tullamore. Great chance there for Gracefield to reduce the score with 29.5 minutes gone in the first half. Carol Slattery okay. Ball kicked out to Phil Riley. Riley hits it right across the field to the far side to Mickey Hoy. Hoy has the ball, trying to get around his man over there. Hits it into the centre. Taken up by Brian Riley. Playing well for Tullamore. Left footed into the corner. Pete Kelly going for it, knocked to the ground. Being chased there by Garrett Lee. Because the Gracefield man has the ball. Darren Hennessy gives it back to Slattery. Slattery coming out. Picked up by Adrian Bunn. Back to Barry Slattery. Carol Slattery has the ball now. His brother out to this side of the field. Picked up by Conor Bryan. Bryan hits the low and on the ground. Bobby Fitzpatrick has the ball. Bobby is fouled. A free in. Quick free. Hits it inside of John O'Neill. Neil trying to get something going. Trying to get by John Kenny. Has he the power? He's still going. Number 14 on his back. He hits it left footed. He hits it good. And he hits it over the bar. A magnificent point. A magnificent point by John O'Neill. 30 minutes gone in the game. A score that Gracefield needed badly. Young John O'Neill there playing at full forward around John Kenny. And a magnificent left-footed screw kick right over the bar to reduce the score. 6 points to 3. Just a goal between them with 30 minutes gone. We're going into injury time now. Ken Furlong, no injury time. Out comes the ball. And at half-time, Tullamore go in leading by 6 points to 3. Well, looking down there, we see that Sean Bracken of Tullamore having a word with one of Offaly's great players and Rhodes' great players, Paddy Casey, a man who spent his livelihood, you could say, in America, but comes back every year for the All-Ireland final and also the county final here in Offaly. So it's great to see a man of that calibre here at O'Connor Park for the county final today. That great Paddy Casey from Rhodes and Offaly. Just gone in. The teams have just gone in off the field for the half-time break. There we see that Tullamore leading Gracefield on a scoreline of 6 points to 3. Tullamore showing the better of the two teams in the opening half, and Gracefield have to prove a lot in the second half. Well, we've seen it before that Gracefield have come good during this championship and put it up to the opposition. We'll just have to wait and see for the second period. welcome back here for the second half of this Offaly Senior Football Championship as the people here put their hands together and clap for the lovely music that St. Bridget's Pipe Band have played for us here at the break at O'Connor Park. Two teams almost back in position for recommencement of the game. Looking around to see if there are any changes made at half-time. Gracefield look to have brought in their number 20 player, which is Kieran McAvoy, playing here on our left as John Riley prepares to throw in the ball for the second half. It's thrown in. Joe Hughes grabs it and brought to the ground, and it's free for Tullamore, just as it was in the start of the first half. Out to Brian Riley. Riley out in front of his man. A nice little ball inside, taken by Garrett Lee, flicks it across. It's just gone to the left and it's just gone wide. Could have been a goal. Great ball, a great tip in by Brian Riley inside to Garrett Lee, who came on a sub for Breon Fagan in the first period. Kevin Martin in at centre half forward for Tullamore. For Tullamore and Kieran McAvoy on for Gracefield. That's the changes at half time as Morgan Hennessy kicks out the ball. Far side of the field, taken up by Phil Riley. Phil trying to make ground and it breaks loose. Brian Smith out there for it, for Gracefield. Foul and a free for Gracefield. When it makes no difference as Cathal Daly gets it. He hits it back inside, out to the racing Paul Rouse. Rouse on the ground, breaks out to the corner, back into the line ball for Tullamore. Went off the Gracefield man, Niall Slattery. This line ball to be taken by Paul Rouse. Rouse hits a good one right across, dropping into the square. It's on the ground and it's in the back of the net. The referee says it's in the back of the net, or the linesman says. A goal for Tullamore. That's unbelievable. Who scored it? We don't know just yet. It looks like if Brian Riley scored a goal. It looks as if it was Brian O'Reilly who scored a goal for Tullamore to put them on their way for this county final. 1 goal and 6 points to Gracefield's 3 points just after 2 minutes. Referee, maybe another sub coming in for Tullamore, like Alan Hogan going off the Tullamore team over there on the far side. Getting treatment at the moment. Yes, there's a sub coming in for Tullamore. I think it's Shane Daly, brother of Cathal Daly's. Yes, it's Shane Daly, a brother of Cahill's, in for Tullamore. The ball's kicked out, breaks at centre field, taken by Brian Smith. Smith's foul and a free for Gracefield. Gracefield will have to show their lead now. The ball flicked out to the far side. Picked up by the centre half back. Carol Scotcher trying to move down the field. Still going. Being held up, and a free in for Tullamore for Gracefield. As Phil Riley is going to get his name taken, I think. No. Referee just bringing the ball forward. And John O'Neill setting up to take his third point. He hits it high and hits it over the bar. 3 minutes gone. John O'Neill getting Tullamore or Gracefield's 4th point. Gracefield will have to show their powers. Come right back into this game if they're going to make a county final out of it. But it's not all lost yet. The ball is in the middle of the field. Jumping high for it. Taken by Joe Hughes. It breaks loose. Cathal Daly's on the ground. Has he the ball or has he not? But the referee says it doesn't matter who has the ball. I'm going to throw it up. Ball be kicked out there. Gracefield man being fouled. It was Adrian Dunn and a free for Gracefield. Carol Slattery. It's to the far side of the field. Ring out there for us is Tom Fitzpatrick. Hits it along the ground. Being picked up by Phil Riley. And that's the word, picked up. And a free in for Gracefield. On the 45-metre line. Going to be taken again by John O'Neill. John hitting her high and hitting it good. Hitting it to the right and wide. A score that Gracefield could have done with. Ball being placed for the kick out by Ken Furlong. Up comes Ken. Kicked out to the far side. Taken out there by Phil Riley. Riley looking to get his way around. He's gone out over the line and a line ball for Gracefield. The Tullamore man not satisfied with the way he was handled, but the linesman says he went over the line and a line ball for Gracefield. Kicked into the centre. John O'Neill breaks down. Picked up by Batman. Phil Riley again. Flicks it out to Shane Daly, who's just come on a sub. Daly down. Being harassed and hassled here. Still coming. Picks it up again. Bobby Fitzpatrick has the ball. Takes it off. Being fouled. Bobby hits it inside to the brother, Tom. Over the far side to John O'Neill. John O'Neill hits it into Declan McAvoy. McAvoy, the big man from Gracefield, hit it left with it. Looks a good looking kick. Stopping in high. Being punched and is punched wide. Punched there by Brian Smith, but it went wide for Gracefield. Gracefield with 2 wides in the second period already, with almost 7 minutes gone in the second half, as Ken Furlong prepares to take the kick out. Great kick, broken down, picked up by Joe Hughes. Hughes coming out, showing his powers, looking to someone to give it. He gives it to PJ Martin. Martin hits the side of the field, out over the line, and a line ball for Tullamore. Martin Gorman, Gracefield cornerback, going to take this line ball. Hits it right in the centre. John O'Neill has it, beating John Kenny to the ball. Being pulled around, the referee says play on. Gives it inside to Bobby Fitzpatrick. Bobby has the ball, trying to get inside. Hits it well, hits it good, straight into the goalie's hands. Gives it out to Cathal Daly, and Daly relieves the pressure out to Joe Hughes. Hughes has the ball. Chased by Adrian Dunn. Being fouled by Adrian Dunn, and a free for Tullamore. PJ Martin, across the field. Intercepted by Declan McAvoy. McAvoy hits it into the corner. Running out for it there is Bobby Fitzpatrick. Fouled his man and a free out. Gracefield coming down the field. Darren Hennessy out to McAvoy being taken up by Nigel Mangan. Gives it back to Jack Berry, to Joe Hughes. The two midfielders linking up. Hughes a long ball down the field. Taken up by Jim Brady. Out comes Brady. Being fouled and a free out for Gracefield. Nigel Mangan over on the far side. Mickey Hoy is the ball. Mickey is the ball, still tipping on his toe. Gives it to Paul Rouse around 45 metres out. Being chased by Martin Gorman. Gorman trying to block him, but it's Rouse that has the ball still. He loses it. The ball's on the ground. The referee says a free out. One goal and 6 points for Tullamore. 4 points for Tullamore, for Gracefield. Coming up on 10 minutes gone in the second half. James Brady about to take the free. Long high ball to the far side of the field. Adrian Dunn going out for there. Adrian Dunn has it. Hits it inside. No one out there, and it's gone wide again. 3 very bad wides for Gracefield in the last 10 minutes. Not great excitement in this county final. No great commitment from Gracefield at the moment. Tullamore doing all the work under no extreme pressure. As the lead in points, 9 points to Gracefield's 4. Ken Furlong kicking out the ball. Far side of the field. Broke out there. Taken by Conor Bryan. Hits it inside to Bobby Fitzpatrick. Bobby trying to make it out. Hits it across the field. Declan McAvoy. Kieran McAvoy. And Kieran hits it over the bar. Good score by Kieran McAvoy. He came on a sub. Reduced the score, and who knows, there could be a comeback for Gracefield. Gracefield, who could do with a county title very badly at senior level. 91 was the last time they contested one. This ball being kicked from the 20-meter line. Magnificent kick by Ken Furlong, punched away by Brian Smith. Comes Carol Slattery coming through. Is he being fouled? He gives it inside to Kieran McAvoy. McAvoy has the ball. It's gone to the left. It's not gone wide yet. Out comes Gary Heffron. Heffron for Tullamore. He knocked the ground. The ball breaks loose. Comes Carol Slattery. Free out for Tullamore. Tullamore fan fouled by Carol Slattery. And what a near miss. A miss for Gracefield there. Kieran McAvoy just couldn't get the right shot to it. Flicked it and it rolled across the goals. Almost into the net. Almost is no good. As there was a free out for Tullamore. Cathal Daly fouled. Cathal, who injured his shoulder against Road just last week. And hopefully this is not the same injury. If it is, there can be trouble for Tullamore and bigger trouble maybe for Cathal Daly. The referee is calling on management over there, or maybe some medics. Seems to be some concern there about Cathal. He seems to be quite injured at the moment. Tullamore won their last title in the year 2000 by beating Shamrocks 1 goal and 9 points to 10 points. And then before that they won it in 1996, beating Shannon Bridge, or losing to Shannon Bridge. They didn't win it in 96, they were beaten by Shannon Bridge 1-11 to Tullamore's 12 points. Gracefield played for Ban in 1990, losing out by 5-9 to 1-6, and then losing to Clara in 1991 again, 3-7 to 1-6. So Gracefield could do with a win here at county level, as we look down and see that Cathal Daly is being stretchered off. Down here at the Tullamore goals. It looks like that his shoulder may be injured or something of that nature. As I already said, that he injured his shoulder last week, and it could be the same shoulder that's gone again. We just have to wait and see. It's a sad thing to see in any game of football, a player being stretchered off It doesn't matter how big or how small the injury is, but no one likes to see a player being injured off, being carried off. John Rouse is coming in for Tullamore, brother of Paul Rouse. John, who has been a great assistant to Tullamore on and off the field the last number of years, but he's on the team now for Carl Daly. The ball out the far side of the field. Phil Riley flicks it out. Running for this Kevin Martin, who came on at half-time. Big, strong man, better known for hurling, but he plays football and left-footed right in here. They're coming out for it. Out comes the Gracefield keeper. He breaks it out. He's still going for it. He loses it. Has Gracefield got it? They haven't got it. John Rouse has it. John Rouse left-footed. It looks good. It is good. And it's over the bar. John Rouse just minutes on the field. 15 minutes gone. Scoring a point for Tullamore. Just has come on a sub. 1-7 to 5 points. Double scores at the moment. With 15 minutes gone in the second period. Gracefield supporters look a bit dead at the moment, but this game is not over yet. It breaks out there. It's Rouse again. Coming on. Turning left, turning right. Gives it back to Kevin Mark. Mark kicks it out to the side of the field. Is it gone too far? Garrett Lee going for it. Lee's not gone over the line yet, but he has the ball. He's being chased by the cornerback, Niall Slattery. Hits it inside. Back to Jack Derry. Out comes Darren Hennessy. Hennessy, reaving pressure. Down to Carol Slattery, who's moved down the field. Here he comes. Loses the ball out over the sideline, and a line ball for Tullamore. Referee going to take Gracefield player's name here. It looks like Darren Hennessy. Didn't see what happened, but it looks to be the first yellow card of the afternoon. Darren Hennessy going into referee's book. Line ball for Tullamore. Kicked by Nigel Mannion. Breaking loose out over off the Gracefield man, and another line ball for Tullamore. Paul, a long ball, right foot in round the goal, jumping high for it, breaking loose, picked up by Conor O'Brien. Out comes the cornerback, Niall Slattery. Gracefield's man's on the ground, and a free out for Gracefield. It looks like that Tullamore man is going to get his name in the book now. It looks like Brian O'Reilly. Brian O'Reilly's name will be going into the book. Yellow card. 2 yellow cards within 30 seconds. One for Darren Hennessy of Gracefield, and the other for John O'Reilly of Tullamore. Free out for Gracefield, going to be taken by Martin Gorman. Sub coming on for Gracefield, the referee stopping the play. We'll tell you all about that now in a minute. Tom Fitzpatrick gone off the Gracefield team. The free going to be taken for the Port team now. Out it comes to this side of the field. Picked up by Barry Slattery. Barry Slattery loses it. Picked up again. Slattery out there fighting for it again. Very tenacious looking. And a free out for Gracefield. And another name going to be taken here. It's Shane Daly. Who came on a sub. His name going into the book. Kieran Kiley is the sub who to come on for Gracefield there instead of Bobby Fitzpatrick. This free going to be taken by Martin Gorman. Martin, a long kick down there, jumping for it out there, breaks loose. Being picked up by Kevin Martin. Martin being pulled and dragged. The ball breaks loose, he's not getting the free. But out comes Nigel Mangan for Tullamore, out to the far side of the field. John Rouse is made his presence felt already. Out to Phil Riley. Phil coming up the field. from cornerback. Hits it inside. Coming out for Brian O'Reilly, the man who got the yellow card just a few moments ago. Gives it back to John Rouse. Rouse is brought to the ground. The referee says it's no free. Out comes Gracefield. Gracefield are attacking now, playing better football. To their cornerback, to their midfielder. Adrian Dunn. Dunn has the ball. Fix it out to the side to Brian Smith. Smith not playing well today in this county final, but maybe he's going to do something now. He flicks the ball on to the full forward, John O'Neill. Neil out 50 metres, looking for someone to give it. He hits out to the far side of the field, where Bobby Fitzpatrick's running after him. Fitzpatrick's trying to get inside his man. He's being pulled. He hits it left footed. He hits it good, and he hits it over the bar. Bobby Fitzpatrick there, just on 20 minutes, scoring a point for Gracefield, reducing the score to 1-7 to 6 points in this county final. 10 minutes to go, thereabouts. Four points separating the teams now. Out it comes, the long ball right out in the middle of the field. Jumping for it out there, breaking loose. Picked up by Brian Smith. Smith flicks it out to the far side of the field. Darren Hennessy has it. Being chased by Tullamore's Mickey High, but it's a free for Gracefield. Hit long down. Taken by Declan McAvoy. McAvoy coming in, looking for ground. The big heavy fella. Knocked away from him. Picked up by, who's down there? It looks like Kevin Martin. It is Kevin Martin. He's coming out. It's it left footed up the field. Darren Hennessy running backward, but it's Brian Smith from Gracefield gets it. Brian Smith is fouled, and a free for the Gracefield boys. Mickey High committing the foul. Brian Smith there. Doesn't look like anything too serious. Have Gracefield got a goal in their grasp? Well, if they have, they need to get it very shortly to set this game alight. John O'Neill out about 50 metres. Massive long kick, high and wide. I think it would suit John if he was in round full forward and let someone else kick that ball into the square, because it scores Tullamore want, or Gracefield want. 22 minutes gone, 8 minutes left in this game, plus 1 or 2 for injury. Ken Furlong standing back for the kick out. Long ball, rising for it, breaking out there. John Rouse out to this side of the field. They're racing for it. His brother is racing for it. It's knocking out of the line and he gets it. Paul has the ball. Being chased by Martin Gorman. Paul Rouse hits it across to his brother John again. From one brother to the other twice. John steadies up, kicks it high, and kicks it over the bar. Magnificent score by John Rouse. 22 and a half minutes gone. His second score since he came on. John Rouse made a big difference since he came down to this Tullamore team. Being kicked out. Taken by Conor Bryan. To Adrian Dunn. Back to Conor Bryan. Gracefield out to Declan McAvoy. McAvoy out. Gives it back to Darren Hennessy. Hennessy along the ground. Out comes Bobby Fitzpatrick. Turning fast. Kicking it up in the air. Kicking it dead high. And kicking it wide. A lot of individual play coming into the Gracefield team, especially in the forwards at the moment. Ken Furlong out in the middle of the field, breaking loose. Out to young Kiley here, Garrett Kiley, into Adrian Dunn, to Carol Slattery, being pushed to the ground, and a free in. Referee bringing the ball on 20 metres. It's a quick. The short free was blocked by Phil Riley. Phil Riley, very experienced, out he comes. And Gracefield man name going in the book. It looks like it'll be Carol Slattery. Fouling Phil Riley. Carol Slattery, county player, trying to make roads through the Tullamore defence, but getting it very hard today. Game continues. Up the far side, Garrett Lee, brought to the ground. Referee says play on. Running out for there is Paul Rouse. Leaves it back to Michael Hoy. Hoy trying to get ground inside. Hits a nice little chip. Hits it well and hits it to the right and wide. And I think that might be Tullamore's first wide of the second half. Kicked there by Mickey Hoy. All the Tullamore forwards very agile and very flexible today. Even the subs that come on, Shane Daly and John Rouse and Garrett Lee. The ball coming this side of the field. Jack Berry being hooshed off the ball, out of the line, and a line ball for Gracefield. Kick down the field. John O'Neill coming for it. John has the ball, looking for someone to give it him. Hits it a high ball, right in round the square, jumping for it in there, breaking loose, picked up by Kevin Martin, this big strong man. He loses the third to Phil Riley. Phil Riley playing well. Phil is talking about retiring, but I don't think he'll retire from this game. Out comes the corner back for Kildare, Niall Slattery, but it breaks loose to Mickey Hoy, hits it inside. John Rouse flicks it on to Shane Daly. Daly picks it up, hits it high and hits it to the right and hits it wide. Tullamore could have done better with that ball. Shane Daly could have travelled but decided to take a shot. It went to the right and it went wide. Jumping the far side of the field and breaking down. James Brady breaks it down. Coming inside was Mark Gorman, being chased by. Well, John Riley might have to do some writing. Ball breaks loose. Picked up by cornerback Niall Slattery. Slattery being tackled by John Rouse, being brought to the ground, and a free out for Gracefield. Conor Bryan hits the long ball down. Picked up by McAvoy. McAvoy very strong, running through Phil Riley, being pulled, and a free in for Gracefield. Little bit of urgency coming into the game now. John O'Neill, will he go for a point or will he just drop it in? Not enough of players inside, he'll probably go for his score. Up he comes, kicks it high, and kicks it over the bar. 28 minutes gone. John O'Neill reducing the score from 1-8 to 7 points for Gracefield. 4 points again. Will we see a grand finish here in this game or will we not? Will Gracefield get a goal? Or will Tullamore turn on the pressure and go on to win another county final, another county title? Well, it's Phil Riley or Ken Furlong who's shaping up to kick out the ball. Mighty kick out in the middle field. John Rouse has it. John brought to the ground. Referee says play on. Going for it there is James Brady. He flicks it out to Mickey Hoy. Mickey's kick's blocked down. Chester back is Niall Slattery. Slattery has the ball. Back out to James Brady. Brady hits right across to Adrian Dunn on the far side of the field. Dunn trying to make Carl Rhodes, being tackled by Brian O'Reilly. Dunn has the ball, being fouled, and a free for Gracefield. Free going to be taken by Carol Slattery. Little short ball, but Phil Riley doesn't let it go anywhere. He drives it out into the hill. And a line ball for the North Portland. Chip into Bobby Fitzpatrick, who was fouled, and another free in for Gracefield. Lashed in across, high ball, jumping for it in there, over the bar. The referee says the Gracefield man was in the square, and a free out for Tullamore. The score, Gracefield would have done that, but Gracefield forward was inside in the small square before the ball. And referee John O'Reilly says you shouldn't be there, and a free out. Ken Furlong preparing for the kick out. Up he comes, right footed, far side of the field. Breaking loose, Darren Hennessy played well for Gracefield this afternoon. Still has the ball being tackled out there. Looking for someone to give it, throws it back to Barry Slattery, I'm sure. Barry's fouled. Carroll is fouled, and a free for Gracefield. John O'Neill out for this free. Kicks it high, kicks it good, and there's just a goal between them now. A goal between them, and it's just on full time. John O'Neill having enough of time for Gracefield to get a goal and bring this to a replay. Well, it'll depend on the referee how much time is going to be added on. We're looking for a ball at the moment, although the ball seems to be punctured as we have a new ball coming in. Gracefield subs very anxious on the far side, as they may see themselves going home without the title. Well, we'll just have to wait and see. Up comes the ball, a great kick out by Ken Furlong, mounting out there, punched down, picked up by Barry Slattery. Slattery coming down the field, being chased by Jack Berry, making priest ground. Is there a goal in this Gracefield team? Gives it out to Bobby Fitzpatrick. Bobby right across the field, taken up by number 19 in the Gracefield team, into Declan McAvoy. McAvoy's trying to get by. The big power McAvoy, still going, taken up by Bobby Fitzpatrick. The ball still on the ground. Out comes John Kenny as the ball. A great defence by Tullamore. Is he being fouled or is he not? He hits it on the ground. Cornerback Gary Heflin is brought to the ground, and a free out for Tullamore. Tremendous attack by Gracefield, but nothing coming out of it as Nigel Mangan shapes up to take this free. Nigel hits it into the centre. Taken by Martin Gorman. Martin pushed out over the line, and a line ball for Tullamore. Going to be taken by Paul Rouse. Rouse hits it, right footed, right in around the square, breaking loose. Is it going out for a 40-45? The umpire says no, it's going out over the end line, and it's gone wide. This game is living in the hands of the referee at the moment. Tullamore leading by 1 goal, 1-8 to 8 points. Being punched away by Joe Hughes. Ball being brought down, picked up by James Brady. Out comes James Brady, being fouled by Paul Rouse. And Gracefield are away with it again. A long ball down to the side of the field. Number 19 going for it. Carroll Slattery has the ball on the ground, being fouled again. A lot of fouls in the last few minutes. Bobby Fitzpatrick picks up this, runs loose, picked up by John Rouse for Tullamore. What a game Rouse has since he came in, been driven in. James Brady being pushed to the ground. But it's Paul Rouse who's after the ball, picked up by Martin Gorman of Gracefield. Gorman trying to make ground. Adrian Dunn coming down the field, tipping it his toe, hits it inside, running for it is John Kenny. Declan McAvoy, but it's picked up by Phil Riley, the keeper corner back, and the referee blows the whistle, and it's all over. Tullamore have won the 2002 Offaly Senior Football Championship by beating Gracefield on a scoreline of 1 goal and 8 points to 8 points. The players out there in the middle of the field congratulating each other. I know that Gracefield will be downhearted. Didn't play the way they can always play, but that's the way it is in the county final. You play well or you don't play well, but it's Tullamore who will very soon take the Dowling Cup here just down under us in a few moments. All the players in there, there's Kevin Martin and that's Joe Hughes, their faces shaking hands with Conor Bryan. That's Adrian Dunn, who tried very hard at midfield for Gracefield there. Number 9 in his back. On the left there, that bald-headed man is John Kenny, who was married on Thursday. And John, the very best of good luck to you and your young wife in the future. PJ Martin, who will be taking the cup, faced us there in the camera, who played at right half back in his Tullamore team. And John Rouse there with 21. That's the man who came on and scored a couple of points for Tullamore. Magnificent afternoon here for the Tullamore club. No one thought that Tullamore were good enough to come and take the Darling Cup this year, but that's the way it is at football. Every day brings a different day, and every year brings a different year. As Father Lorenzo Bracken, a great Offaly and Tullamore supporter in there in the middle of the crowd as well. Mark Plunkett, great stalwart for Tullamore and for Offaly, and with an All-Ireland medal with Offaly under 21s. He is in the crowd in there as well. Jubilation going on in there. Players congratulating each other and sympathising with each other. And seeming the presentation of cup is going to be made over in the middle of the field. I thought they were coming over to the rostrum here in the stand, but it looks like the cup is going to be presented over there in the centre. A lot of Tullamore supporters in around their team there, waiting to give the big hooray when the Dowling Cup is presented to PJ Martin, brother of Kevin's, who made a big difference when he came in at half-time as well, and also made a big difference in the semi-finals, 2 games against Road. That's PJ there, number 5 on his back, the captain of Tullamore. Yes, I'm told that the presentation is not taking place in the middle of the field. It's taking place here in the stand, just down under us. And as soon as we can get some of the Tullamore players over here, I think we see PJ Martin coming over here. Faces the only Tullamore man with the PRO, the county board, as Pat Tehan. As the captain of the Tullamore team being congratulated there by Patsy Rouse, whose 2 sons, Paul and John, did a big contribution to the Tullamore victory here this afternoon. Tullamore players all over there in the lump. They probably don't even know at the moment that the PJ Martin's over here ready to take the cup. But that's where we'll have our camera now for the next few moments, down here on the presentation rostrum. Chairman of the county board, Mr. Brennan Moore, down there to make the presentation. And if the public address would announce that the presentation is going to take place, then we might have some of that crowd out in the middle of the field over near the rostrum here, but the public address seems to be gone dumb, as one would say at the moment. Tullamore made their first appearance in the Offaly Senior Football Championship in 1896 when they beat Clohan by 1 point, 8 points to 1 goal and 4. And they won it in 87, 88 and 89 as well, beating Clohan again in 87, Killaloy in 98, and in 99 they beat a team called Corrymount. the crowd moving over here for the presentation. Someone has whispered something in somebody's ear and said that the presentation is taking place over here just at the bottom of the stand. All the supporters coming over. And now the official presentation is just about to be made. Brendan Ward is making his speech down there, and standing beside him is PJ Martin, captain of the team. The cup being presented by a great football and hurling family here in Tullamore, the Dowling brothers. Tullamore receiving their 25th of the Senior Football Championship, and down there in the middle of the crowd I see Martin Furlong, father of Ken Furlong. We just haven't picked him up in the camera yet, but he's down there under us. Home from America to see his son play in the goals for Tullamore this afternoon. PJ Martin just making his speech and thanking everybody, and especially his own players. Just there going out a picture is Martin Furlong. In behind that blue flag there somewhere. Massive crowd here to give the players of Tullamore a big boost. A great day again for Tullamore and their supporters, and congratulations. And of course Gracefield were trying to win their 5th Office Senior Football Championship. Their last final they won was in 1984, and as I did say in the broad in my commentary that it's about time that Gracefield should win another Offaly Senior Football Championship. Maybe next year will be their year, but we just have to wait and see. Massive crowd, as you can see, waving flags and all the blue of Tullamore. And there is Martin Furlong just back there in the centre of the camera. If we can pick him up, the centre of the camera, we could get a close-up of Martin Furlong there. There he is in the back with the purple ribbon off. There he is there now with the blue shirt and the red cardigan. Came all the way from America. There he is to see his son playing in the goals for Tullamore. Mark has played many a sound game for, not alone for Tullamore, but for Offaly as well, and has won All-Irelands and All-Stars, and great to see him in Tullamore here today. A lot of well-known people from Tullamore down there shouting their eyes out. I've seen John Galvin down there, who played a lot of hard games for Tullamore. There's PJ Martin making his way over to his friends and into the dressing room, and Mick Scully's down there. make a great supporter for Offaly and for Tullamore. I think I see Paddy Fenning down there as well. There's Martin Furlan again being congratulated and sent a word to the chairman of the county board, Brendan Ward. Lorenzo Bracken, Father Lorenzo Bracken in the forefront. That's Joe Heffron there, one of the great stalwarts of Tullamore just a couple of years ago. Well done, Joe. And I'm not sure, Gary Heffron might have been his son that was playing there today. I'm not sure of that. Someone will have to put me right. But that's it here in O'Connor Park in Tullamore. Tullamore have taken their 25th Offaly Senior Football Championship. A year when everybody thought in the county that Road and Clara or Edenderry and Road or Edenderry and Clara would be in the county final. But it all turned out it was the blue of Tullamore and the black and amber of Gracefield. Hard luck for Gracefield and well done to Tullamore. Tullamore taking the county final in a scoreline of 1 goal and 8 points to Gracefield's 8 points. How are you keeping? Well, great jubilation here at O'Connor Park after Tullamore winning their 25th Offaly Senior Football Championship. And here with me I have PJ Martin, captain of the team. PJ, first of all, congratulations.
Thanks very much, Shawty.
How does it feel?
I'm absolutely over the moon. I've been playing a long time and I'm absolutely delighted to captain the team today.
It was a tough game in parts, but Tullamore were always in control.
Well, I felt we were in control, but I thought near the end they kept coming at us in droves and we were backs with the wall and we were just tackling and working hard and it just paid off.
Mark Plunkett, manager of this Tullamore team. Well, one of the managers of Tullamore team, or one of the backroom buddies. I suppose looking at Tullamore play Clara back a couple of months ago, you would say, well, there's no county final for Tullamore.
Well, looking at Tullamore playing Road, Jody, a couple of weeks ago, 20 minutes to go in the game and we were 10 points down, you wouldn't say it either. Dave Cabinet turned to me and he said, is there a back door out of this place? Because we didn't want to go out the front door. But it's great. I played in 2, I didn't win any, but it's the next best thing here now today. It's absolutely superb win. And Gracefield, people were saying we'd beat Gracefield easily, but they put it up to us, and finals are finals and strange things happen in the finals. The ball goes either way. The referee didn't give us a few decisions. There was only a goal in the end and they could have easily got a goal to draw it up.
Well, what put the bit between Tullamore lads, players' teeth, one would say, from the time of the drawing game until today?
I think just belief. I mean, Cathal Daly wasn't here, a lot of things wasn't going for us. I just think we got a vital score at one stage and people started saying, yes, we can win this. And just from there on, but we knew today was going to be harder, the hardest game of football we're going to play just to win it. And I think what won it for us, the lads were afraid to lose it because we know exactly what it's like to lose.
PJ, getting back to you, they said there's going to be a few retirements in this Tullamore team, but I say lads have changed their mind.
Well, this lad isn't retiring yet, Jody. We've a Leinster Championship to play and we'll get back down to in a couple of weeks' time and we'll train hard again.
Well, Mark and PJ, the very best of good luck, and we hope that you don't drink too much tonight.
Thanks, Jody.
Thanks a lot, Jody.
Drink loads.
Ready. Well, here with me we have two very delightful men watching, one watching and the other playing today. The two furlongs, father and son. Mark, first of all, you're welcome home.
Thank you very much, Jody. It's nice to be home on occasions like this.
I suppose you were ringing on the phone during the week telling the young lad, well, I won 3 over my time, so it's up to you now to carry on the good work.
I know. It'd be dangerous telling him anything like that now. He's going to be passing me out, so I better keep my mouth shut.
In case you get a beat and you get home tonight.
Right.
What do you think of the game?
Good enough game. I thought Tullamore should have been further ahead at half time. They had more of the ball and should have got more scores on the board, but it was bound to happen that Gracefield was going to come at him in the second half. I was just hoping they wouldn't come on as strong. Cathal Daly going off through. It was a big loss to Tullamore, but in fairness, Kevin Martin, when he went back there, tidied up and used his strength and used his head a lot to tidy up around there, and was very strong on the ball coming out, you know. And
it wasn't a great county final, but nothing's about great when you win.
Well, you know, it wasn't a great county final, and still there was good passages of good football in it, and good open football, and there was some good points scored. I think there was only 2 points scored from frees in the first half. One was a 15, one was a free. But it got to almost breaking out into a real good game, and for some reason it didn't. But then county finals generally are not pretty.
Ken, congratulations first of all.
Thank you, Jody.
You're trying to catch the old man on medals. You have 2 now.
He's a lot of others. I don't think I'll be catching up on.
Well, we're talking about championship at the moment, which we'll be all talking about championship in Offaly the next couple of days, especially in Tullamore. What do you think of the game?
It was a tough game. It was always going to be. We knew they were going to come at us hammer and tongs, and so it proved. There was nothing simple out there. But county finals, no more than any other game, especially against Gracefield, they're not won easily. I would have accepted during the week a 1 point scrape home win playing poorly, and like we got home there today, and that's what it's all about.
I did say to your dad, what did he think of the game? Looking at it from the goals, goalkeepers always have a different view of the game than anybody else. How did you view it?
To be honest, Jody, I was trying to concentrate on marshalling my backs and keep myself intact. That I wasn't really paying that much attention to what was going on down the field. Like I said, it probably wasn't the greatest football in the world, but it's all about winning at the end of the day.
Winning. Martin, Ken, thanks very much and well done.
Thank you, Jody.
Thank you indeed.
Chairman of the County Board, Brendan Ward, it was a magnificent day, especially for Tullamore.
It was a great day, and Tullamore, never gave up. They were the best team as the game went on, and deservedly won. Gracefield, as usual, played it well, played it hard, but they weren't good enough to win it.
13 years as Chairman of the County Board, I'll probably hit you a bit quick. Is there any big county games or big county championship finals here that end in the back of your minds and that was a great game, I'll never forget that one?
That one today, was a good game. Road back a couple of years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, won a county final. I thought it was a very good game. And, against Edenderry, I thought it was a very good game. And, most of these finals, maybe some finals don't be what they're built up to be, but those were a couple of games. I thought it was a good game today.
What about the crowd today? Were you happy with the crowd?
I was happy with the crowd, and I was happy that the thing worked out well for us. It's well stewarded, and you have to have the things right for them, and I think the pitch is in good shape, and hopefully we're going to put a stand the whole way along here, and hopefully in a short time we'll commence on that.
So as one would think that when it comes to county final day, it's our All Ireland.
That is true. It's a very important day for Offaly, and it's a very important day for all the spectators, and it's very important for the county board.
Well, Brendan Moore, thanks very much for joining me.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
See you again.
Well, here it is, an empty Conor Park in Tullamore, and an Offaly championship that started back last May. 2 divisions in the championship, and one would say, well, it'll probably be Edenderry and Road again, and Edenderry came good last year and beat Road in the final. It wasn't all that way at all. It wound up that Road and Tullamore and Clara and Gracefield were the semi-finals here just a few weeks ago. And today, of course, we had the big final between Gracefield and Tullamore went on to win their 25th championship, and well done to them. Of course, Gracefield tried their heart out to win their 5th championship, but it just wasn't to be. Maybe next year. Every other senior club in Offaly are thinking the very same. We will have to do it next year. But it's all glee and excitement down in Tullamore town at the moment, as Tullamore won the championship today on a scoreline of 1 goal and 8 points to Gracefield's 8 points.